This video is to show you how to assemble the Dissembler Pro. So you receive the product of the main piece, which is the enclosure. There'll be a little bit of there'll be a locking nut on the side of the door. You just go ahead and unscrew that by hand. This is what secures the door. And there'll be a washer with that as well. Set that aside. Open the case up. You'll see the camera mount, battery mount, power supply, USB cables, and the place for your hotspot. And package the rest of this stuff. Got a bag of accessories. This particular one has two cameras, a wide angle and a 12mm, which is a close-up shot, and then the case mount so you can mount it to a pole. So you need to put the mounts on first. So the bottom mount will be larger. Turn over the case, set it on the back, and the upper mount will be shorter. That will go on the top part of the case. And there'll be two screws, one for the top, one for the bottom. You'll need a Phillips head screwdriver. And then you open the case and you put the nut on the screw on the inside. So you want to hold that. And this is removed for shipping so it's not damaged. Once the mounts are secure, you want to put the battery on. Okay, so put the battery, you take it out of the packaging. Everything will be packaged in bubble wrap and protection when it arrives. Just for this video, it's just unpackaged already. So the battery has some Velcro on the back side. There's Velcro on the inside of the case. So what you want to do is put the battery in at an angle. You can bend the battery bracket slightly, line it up with the Velcro, and snap it in place. And tuck the excess wires into the case, like so. And then this wire, there's a groove that you can set that in, like so. So battery is now secure in the case. And then with the power wire, make sure not to get any wires under the battery. There we go. All right, so we're not going to plug the power wire in yet. So get the battery in, you got the mounts on. Next thing you want to do is put your hotspot in. Going to assume that you would put a SIM card in here. It does not come with a SIM card. So you take the hotspot, it has some Velcro on the back, there's Velcro in the case, with the charging port towards the USB wires. And there's a USB wire on the bottom portion. You take that, plug that into the hotspot, and then place the hotspot on the Velcro. Tucked right in the lower right hand corner. So now the hotspot is in place. Next thing is the camera. I'm going to use the 12mm for this demonstration. When you open it, you'll find instructions that say quick start. Those you will use to set up the Wise app and the camera. You also want to put in an SD card, which is located in your accessory bag. You take the camera, wire facing down, and place it into the mount. Place it in at an angle, bend the mount slightly on the bottom tab. If it's too tight, you need to loosen the mount. And you can do that with the provided tool that's in your accessory bag. It's a little Allen key. You can either do it by hand. There you go. So now it's in place. If you need to snug it up, just do it by hand. It's not something you would crank really tight on. It's just to secure the camera. The reason for the adjustable mount is for different lenses. Some of them stick out of the front, so you have to adjust the mount for the camera to fit. Specifically the 25mm, if you have that, would not fit unless you make the adjustment. And the camera's in hotspot battery. I'm going to plug the camera into with the other USB wire that's already in the case. And then you want to plug in the power wire, which comes from the battery into the power supply. And you want to make sure when you connect it that it's red to red, black to black. And when you clip it in, push the opposite end of the clip to make sure it is secure. When you do that, you're going to see the hotspot light up. It just means it's charging, but it's not on. You need to hold the power button down for at least 5 seconds to turn the hotspot on. Once the camera receives power, it will say ready to connect. That's when you would use your provided instructions to set up your Wise camera with the app on your phone. Very simple, just follow the directions to do that. Okay, we'll assume that you've now connected the camera to the app. I'm just going to disconnect this for now. To shut the case, make sure no wires are in the way. Close the case, and then use the provided washer and nut to secure the door. This is right here. Just put the washer on first, and I just hand tight the nut on there, squeezing the case at the same time. So you can secure the door so it's tight. This will help with weather and also just securing the door so it doesn't come open. Like I said, this hand tight is all you really need to do. Okay, so that's all set. Going over the other stuff that we have here. We have some stickers, notice live surveillance. You can stick that wherever you want. There also was some orange stickers you can put on the front of the case, as well as the other SD card, which would go into the other camera, which is a wide angle. When you remove the camera from the box, there is a base on the camera that will need to be removed to be used in the Dissembler Pro. And once you remove that, also put the screw back in the bottom of the camera, and then put your SD card on and pair it with your app on your phone. Last thing is the charger. Charger has an adapter for the battery. Battery can be charged within the case. It does not have to come out each time. When you plug in the charger in the wall, the light will turn green. When you plug the battery into the charger, the light should turn red if the battery needs a charge. If it's fully charged, it will turn green. One other thing to hang this, you would put one screw in the pole, hang it on the first mount, and then put the bottom screw in on the bottom mount. There's notches here, you can see across the mount. That is if you use a zip tie to hold it to the pole, either a metal or wood pole. They have that on the top and the bottom mount. This concludes the video. Thank you.